it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How are you doing today? Oh, I can't stand that. Okay, there we go. I hate wearing my glasses. If I'm inside, I never wear my glasses except to watch TV because it's too far away. I can't see. And I was in the living room before I came up here with the TV on. Today is Saturday, so it's the Ohio State versus Michigan game that my husband is watching. And at the time that I came up here, we're not doing well, so I don't know how that's going to end. But if this might be 3 years in a row that we did not win, he is not happy. My husband is not a happy camper. But that's okay. Because I'm coming to my happy place, and I hope that you enjoy sharing some time with me here in my happy place, the yarn room. And let's see, what are we going to talk about? A couple of things. My room is a friggin' mess. I still didn't order the bags because it's the Saturday after Black Friday, and I have spent my money buying Christmas gifts, many of which were for myself. I'll admit it. Yes, I did find out, thanks to many people, mostly Bree first, but I think even in my own email, that Schitt's Creek yarn was on sale again for $2 at Lion Brand. Yes, I did buy more. I'm giving them another chance. It's so funny because I know the video came up, what, Friday? And I had made it before Thanksgiving that, you know, there's going to be yarn sales and probably I will buy, I will buy from them again because, you know what, that Schitt's Creek yarn, I like it. And so I bought early. I saw it early and I bought it early on Friday morning. And I bought I bought every color, not one of. No, I bought more than one of every color except that green because I'm sorry, Madonna, I didn't like the looks of that green at all. It was, I don't know. So I did not buy the green, but I bought every other color. I hope that I get all the colors that I bought. And then they had some fur yarn on sale at Lion Brand, so I threw in some of that because it was $1. You had to buy so many. I think 6, but you could mix and match the 6, by the way, so that worked out really nice. I just bought like one of 6 colors because I have a few and they're all like most likely one because you can, just trim out a hat or gloves or something. I'm not going to wear a shirt made out of fur yarn. I could tell you that right now. So I don't feel like I need that many of those, just if, you want to add a little fur trim here and there. So that's what that was the purpose of the fur. But the night before that, I was on Zoom with all of my sisters, and Laura had talked about, I love you, Lala. So I'm blaming her. I'm blaming Bree for the Lion Brand, but only partially blaming Bree because I was doing it. I had it in my email anyway, and I don't remember if I saw the email and already ordered before I saw her text or not. But and then there were several others that said, hey, did you see that? But by then I had already ordered. But I am blaming Laura halfway for this because a week or so ago, Laura was on Annie's Crochet Club, Annie's website, and they had books for $2. And I'm like, oh, but then I couldn't find the books. I went to look and I couldn't find any. But so we were back in Zoom on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and she was back on that website and they had books. And so I bought all the books that I didn't have that were $2. I think I bought all of them. And I bought, they had some kits for like $5. And so I bought all of them that I liked. So I bought several. I didn't spend that much money. I had to pay for the shipping, and I had paid for shipping on Lion Brand, just up front and clear. If I question it later, I did pay for the shipping. It was $13 on Lion Brand. I think it was like $8 that I paid for shipping on Annie's. but I wanted the books. And so then the kits were cute, and so I thought, well, I'll buy those too. So I bought a couple of kits for like $5, so it was real cheap. And then the day before that, see, I've been really bad. The day before that, I purchased from Joann's. They had, what did they reel me in with? Some sale 40% or 20% off the clearance prices. 20% off everything in your cart, including clearance. Well, of course, everything I wanted pretty much was doorbusters, so that didn't count. But they had what was it? The Caron 1 pound was on sale. They're like regularly like $12 now, I think, and they were on sale for like $7.50. I didn't get any additional discount, but I did get free shipping to my home. And so I bought a couple in white and one in cream, because I'm going to tell you what, when I was making the pink blanket, I used Caron 1 pound was the white squares. Oh, so sorry, didn't mean to kick you. So Caron 1 pound was the white squares, and then I had some Lion Brand 1 pound was the light pink. This was Lion Brand 1 pound, 1 pounder, or whatever they call their big one. I had some Hobby Lobby yarn, some I think a Mainstay, Big Twist. Like, I had yarn from all the stores yarn, even maybe not any loops and threads, but I had pretty much all the yarns covered, all the different brands, and you know, of store brand kind of yarns, your value yarns, if you will. And the Lion Brand, the Caron 1 pound was not the softest, but it wasn't not soft. It wasn't at all scratchy. It's not at all scratchy. But it had a nice texture to the square. So if I'm making a garment or a shawl or a it showed a lot of stitch definition. But if I'm making a sweater and you want it to have a nice, loose, soft, comfy drape to it, I might not want to use Caron 1 pound. But it shows such great stitch definition because it had a firmness to hold the stitches nice. I don't know what the wording is that I really want. Would it make a nice sweater? It might be a little stiff for a sweater. Because if I'm wearing a sweater, I want it to drape nice, and I want it to be cuddly and softer than, but it wasn't not soft. It's not at all scratchy, but it just had a nice, for doing squares that you want to hold their shape, I thought it was great. It was better than any of the other yarns that I've worked with in that manner. And I've been doing a lot of squares, you know, with the Boggy Creek squares and the squares I'm ghost stitching and the Barbie blanket. Like, I have a lot of squares going and a lot of different yarns going through my fingers right now. And I'm like, I love the way that those farmhouse squares worked up with the Caron 1 pound. Do I have more Caron 1 pounds up there in those bags? Yes, I do. Do I have a lot more white? No, I don't. So I bought white and I bought cream because I thought I do like making squares, and I like having a white or an off-white or a gray as joining colors. So that was my purpose. I bought yarn with a purpose again. I'm really proud of myself when I do that. And then I know I threw in that cart. I'm doing the circle, square, smiley face blanket, which I do not have up here right now. and I am joining it in a big twist color, and I can't think what the color is, but I only had the one skein of it, and I don't know that it's a full skein, so I ordered 1 or 2 of those just to make sure that I have enough, because I got at least the 20% off and the free shipping, so I don't have to go looking for the yarn. And I know I don't have that color. I think it's dark coral or something. So I thought I'd rather be safe than sorry, get the discount, and have it shipped with all that other stuff. And then I threw some t-shirts in there, I think. So we'll see when that yarn comes. I know I ordered enough to get free shipping, so there must be more. I just don't remember. That was a lot of purchases ago. And now I'm looking at my yarn room, and I have to figure it out again. And I really and truly have to be good now. I have to be good for a while. Do a lot of stitching and not a lot of buying. It's hard to pass up a really good sale. I can't help it. So that all being said, I have boxes in here that need to be put away. Look, I'll show you. Maybe if this will twist on me. It doesn't want to. Why not? Let's see. Right there. Under there, back there, there's boxes. I don't know if you can see. That's from the last yarns that I ordered. That I didn't get put away because I ran out of bags. And I didn't buy the bags. I've spent a lot of online shopping, but I didn't buy the bags. I have a couple of these from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna, I think, put that Schitt's Creek yarn in. The yarn that I received already from them. I think they'll fit good in here. So I'm gonna try it. And I have to order more bags before I can put the rest of my yarn away. But I saw Ariana, my granddaughter, and we did some yarn shopping. Remember that big huge bag of yarn with all the pinks? She picked, do you want to know what she picked? All these really pretty ones, and not that this isn't pretty, but she picked this. Yep. So there's the Red Heart with Love, and then the Dreamweaver that matches it. So that's the yarn we're going to use. And I am doing it with, I've started it last night. I'm using Premier Everyday for the white. I have several skeins of this, like 4 or 5 of them. I don't think I'll need that much. She's very tiny. This is I measured one of her sweaters. So I don't understand this. You guys, you know, I'm not much of I have not made, I made 1 pullover sweater ever in my life. And I've only made like 2 or 3 cardigans. So I don't know what the heck I'm making all the time. But I haven't made that many clothes. Now, I measured one of her sweaters, and this is like really big. Her sweater was 17 inches across. That's how big this is, 17 inches. This is the ribbing at the bottom. I did take measurements of her around her chest, which was so funny. She didn't want to. She had on a big bulky sweatshirt, and I'm like, sweetheart, you have to. We're in her bedroom. I'm like, I'm thinking she has a tank top on underneath here, and so I said, do you have something on underneath this? And she says, just my bra. And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to lift your shirt. And she's like, I'm like, it'll be fine. I said, we're both girls. I know what's there. I don't care. And she looked at me, and I said, mine are bigger anyway. So she thought that was funny. And Chloe said, yeah, mine are bigger too. So just bear them, girl. But she had her bra on, so it was all good. And so she laughed, and that kind of took okay, she's not going to be nervous about this. So I measured around her chest, and it was 29 inches. And I'm like, okay, that's around the biggest part of her body. And so when I'm looking at the pattern, I'm doing a pattern by, it's called the Everyday Girl sweater, and I can't remember who it's by, but I will have it linked in the description box below. There is a tutorial, and then she has a child size, and there's a free on her blog. It's, the written pattern, or you can buy the PDF. Well, I want to do the tutorial because I want this to be right, and I don't trust myself to read the pattern. But it looks like it's pretty easy. Now, Billy, the Crafty Floridian, made it, and she said that Debbie, the Canadian Crocheter, also made it. They made it together at the same time. And she said they both loved the pattern and had no problems with it. And it was really easy. So I'm like, okay. So I looked at the adult extra small or smallest one that she had. And it said to go 64 for this across the bottom, because you start at the bottom and work your way up. You make 2 panels and you sew them together. So I did. I started, but I'm doing them at the same time. Dina from Dina's Home Fun gave me that tip. If you're doing panels, do as many rows on one and do the other panel at the same time, so that you have the same tension. I thought, oh, that is a fabulous idea, because I have a tension problem. I don't always have the same tension. So if I do 4 rows on one, I'm going to do 4 rows on the other and work it that way. I don't know why you can't do it in the round. To me, that just makes the most sense. Just go round and round and round and round. I'm like, put these together and now just go round and round and round up to here. I'm going to have to talk to somebody with more skill than I as to why we can't do that. Probably we can, but at some point you got to stop. I mean, I don't know. Not my pattern. And I probably, because it's my first, almost first rodeo with this, I should just follow the pattern and do what they say instead of go round and round and round, which is what I really want to do. Oh, I've made a couple of sweaters, but not too many. Not enough to say, change the pattern. I know it's a recipe, right? Yeah, but if you don't know what to set the oven at, you can't go just off doing it on your own, right? And so that's sometimes a little bit of knowledge is too much. So I want to, I think, follow the pattern, even though I really want to do it in the round. So that's my issue. Anyway, I'm liking this yarn a whole lot, this Premier Everyday. It's got a nice drape. It's got a nice stitch definition to it. I mean, this is just ribbing, so it's just single crochet, but I like that a lot. And the pattern, maybe I'll try to put a picture up in here someplace as to what the, thumbnail looks like, if you are interested. So we're going to do the pink, and oh yeah, so I was telling you about the pattern. So it says the extra small, or the small, whichever the small size is, 64 per panel on the ribbing, 64 rows of ribbing. So I did that, and I'm like, this is going to be big. She's 29 inches around. It's 17 inches across it was 16 inches across her back. Because I did measure across her shoulder to shoulder, it was 16 inches. And when I looked at the chest measurement on the extra small, it's way bigger than 29. So then I looked, well, let me look at the kids pattern. So I went to the kids pattern, and the 2 toddler says chest is 29 inches. I'm like, wait a minute, and use 43. Go 43, so like 1/3 of this, or 2/3 of this. And I'm like, ooh, well, there's no way she's going to wear a 2 toddler. But I'm looking at this and thinking 43 is too small, but maybe 50 isn't, or I think 64 is too big. But I took one of her sweaters that she wears, and it measured 17 inches across, like the middle of the sweater. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, why? I'm really help. Help. That's all I know what to say. So we're today. Oh, happy birthday, Miss Chloe. Today is Miss Chloe's 21st birthday, and we're going out to dinner for a family dinner. And I thought the girls were going to be there, my little ones, and I was going to take this and hold it up to her. They were apparently not going to be there. They have a birthday party. Way more fun to have a friend's birthday party than your cousin's 21st birthday party. So, they will not be there. And I have to put all of this yarn away now. And so I was going to do that while I chatted with you. But I'm not going to, because I also have to put away most of this yarn. And that will help clear out some of my yarn room, because I have this big, well, that pink yarn has spaces on the shelf. But this yarn is the yarn that I use to make the bags for the girls. They're upside down. But Chloe said she did not know that I had made these. I thought I told her, but she said, "You made bags for my friends?" I said, "Yeah, messenger bags like yours. To match our blankets?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I didn't know you were doing that." So I showed her the picture that I had taken of the 3. I said, "I don't know why they're different sizes, but I used the same hook and the same yarn, but they are all 3 different sizes, but that's okay." So she says, "Well, where's my pink one?" I said, "Well, you already have a bag that you use on a regular basis. You told me you did." She said, "But I want one that matches my blanket." Okay. So this yarn won't get put away. But all the other yarns in here, I'm going to put those away. And I'm going to put these away. And then I'm going to see what in there that's in those boxes I can put away. Because I have all this other yarn coming. I know, I wasn't very smart of me. So I want to see how fast I can whip up some blankets or something to get rid of some of this yarn. I have all these scraps from these blankets. And so I have the scraps from the circle blanket, and I kind of want to put them up, but then I kind of want to keep them with the blanket in case I decide that I want to use them for something with the blanket. So I don't know about those. But I did start that sweater, and I am going to start the Angela's Boggy Creek Christmas blanket. I'm starting that this weekend as well. So I have that yarn all ready to go. And I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go red, green, variegated in the stripe colors. Because she does, and then she has, like, I think that's where the bobbles are. I'll try to put a picture of it up here too. And I will definitely link Angela's channel. And you know, the pattern, I'm real anxious to get started on that. I just had to get some other things like more done and accomplished. So I did that. Somebody has asked that I do a tutorial on the bag. So I'm going to try to do a tutorial with the one that I'm going to start for Chloe. And it's just granny squares. It's not real hard. The lining, you're on your own. Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, if you wanted to do a bag with a box bottom, has a great tutorial on how to do a box bottom. These do not have box bottoms. I'm kind of disappointed that I don't get to use that tutorial for a box bottom for these, you know, on the inside, but they are going to be lined, and it's an easy just sew up the sides like a pillowcase. If they were wider, I might get an old pillowcase, but and cheat, but I can't do that. They're not the right size, even though I could maybe cut one up. I don't know, but then I may as well just sew it together anyway. I was knitting. I did get some knitting done on my knit blanket, and I'm real proud of this. I did get a whole nother skein on it, or pretty much the whole skein of the second green. So let me show you. Madonna, don't look at the stitching. I know I miss you, and I hope you're feeling better, and I hope to see you soon, and I'm still praying every day for you. We all are. But it's green, even though it's knitting. Well, some of it's green. What I worked on was green. So I finished now the dark blue, the light blue, the first skein of green, the white, and now the second skein of green. So now I have to go back to the light blue, or gray. I guess it's more gray. I don't know. gray or light blue, whatever you want to call it. It's looking pretty gray right now, but in other times I think it was a light blue. But anyway, this goes next. Oh, don't fall off. And then my final skein of blue to repeat the reverse pattern. Now I did measure, it's looking pretty good. I'm not upset with it at all. I'm not mad at it. I have one hole. I'm not fixing it. I may, since we have a little bit of a theme with Boggy Creek, that when all the blankets have a lot of the blankets have a little crocheted heart. So I might crochet a little tiny heart and put it over the little tiny hole that I have. And then it'll fit in. It'll just be a randomly placed heart. Nobody will know but me that it's covering that hole. What do you think, right? But I measured it, and it is more than 40 inches wide. And I'm like, oh no. I don't know if I've measured it before. I have not. I do not remember measuring it. But it is more than 40 inches across this way. But when you go this direction, and I like smoothed it out and laid it down, halfway would be in here. And I don't think that was 20 inches. That was under 20 inches. So I think I'm 27 inches right now, all the way from here to here. I think it was 27 inches. So I think I should be able to make the 40 this way, and it can go, you know, over 40. You could go up to 50. You know, Boggy Creek is 35 to 40 on the width, 40 to 50 on the length. So this might be the length and this might be the width. Even though the pattern looks like it should go this way, it might be going this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it might go this way with the stripes going horizontal versus vertical, which is completely fine. It doesn't matter which way the stripes run, as long as the size fits in the parameters. Well, I was crocheting on it on Thanksgiving at my son's house, son and daughter-in-law's, or not crocheting, I was knitting on it. And I had several people say, ooh, I want that. Oh, can I have that when you're done with it? And I said, no, unless it's not the right size. If it ends up being the wrong size, then somebody can have it. But as it stands, nope, it's going to Boggy Creek. So I am pretty proud of it because I think it looks pretty good. And so I'm done working on that for a little bit because I want to get those other things started. This is a really good project for me because I know how to do these stitches really well, and it's, you know, purl one and knit the other way. And I'm getting pretty good at the knit stitch. I can whip that one out. The purl stitch is a little bit slower, but I'm getting way faster at it. It's not like it takes me 5 minutes to do the knit row and it takes me 35 minutes to do the purl row anymore. Not like that. It does take me longer to do the purl row, but the knit row, I can do that pretty much like I'm crocheting. Like I hold everything the same, and the yarn's all behind the needles and everything. So I feel real comfortable with that process, like crocheting. The purl row, on the other hand, is in front of the needles, and I have to hook the yarn with this hand instead of this hand, and that's a little bit slower, but I'm getting a rhythm to it. You know, after all of this, I do have a rhythm, and it's going much faster. But like, don't ask me to stop in the middle of a row, no matter which direction I'm going, because I know I'll pick it up and do wrong. I'll be like, no, wait, we have to wait till I get to the end of the row. I don't care what we're doing. We have to wait till the house could be on fire. It has to stop until the end of the row. Or else I'm going to screw things up really badly. So that's my knitting. And one day I'm going to, I was thinking that the knit project that I have casted on and haven't gotten any further than that, the project that Laura, another double dog dare, Another thing, I love her to death. That sweater, she made it in 3 weeks, but she didn't like work on much of anything else. I can't make it in 3 weeks, not right now, because it's Christmas time. But I will concentrate on that in January because I'll have a lot of these boggy blankets done, like January and further. I'm not taking on any new projects. Right. Like at the beginning of the year, crochet alongs and stuff. No, not doing that. I'm going to just say no. I hope to, because I want to finish the ones I started last year that I have said no to and put in a timeout for like 6 months already. So I want to finish those. That would be the multi-valence and the Sophies, and a blanket that I was going to make for Amanda, that I got all that yarn from Hobie, the 3-weight yarn, and it's in a big huge bag in my living room. I want to concentrate on those and my knit sweater, and I thought that I would take that apart and knit it for my granddaughter as well as this pink one. I thought, you know what, I'll just make that for Ariana. She, crop sweater, which is what it's supposed to be, would be adorable on her. And then when I was in her room the other day, she has 45 crop sweaters. She doesn't need a crop sweater. She has a lot of clothes. So I'm going to make it for myself. And I probably won't get it done until next year, but I will be able to wear it at some point in time. So that's the plan with that. What else? I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Gotta put that yarn away, put that yarn away, make that, just start that, worked on that. Luck of the Draw. That'll be out in another couple days. I haven't done that for this coming up week yet. But I have time. Or maybe I did do it. I might have. I don't remember. I have to look. So there's that. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and Black Friday and great weekend up through to today. It's Saturday. I'm going to post this today, hopefully, or it might not get posted till tomorrow because I add music and then it takes them 45 hours to approve me. And then I'm going to make another video, some hashtag about unpopular opinions from Sam and Mike from Memphis Makes. They tagged me and more than a week ago, and I haven't forgotten it. I have notes. It's hard to come up with like non-controversial things that I have an opinion about, that controversy or not controversy. I mean, so I've been writing down notes and notes and notes. And I'll probably talk about 2 things in the video. It'll be 3 minutes long, or I'll talk about 45 things and it'll be 3 hours long. We just don't know. See how far it goes. See how much chat. I really wanted to try to do it with like Chloe and Amanda, but they're so busy. Oh, on a really cool note, Amanda passed her superintendent's license test. So proud of her. So she will be able to be a superintendent of schools as soon as the license comes in the mail. She will be looking for that job. Proud of her, proud of her, proud of her. Or not. I mean, whatever. But she made the accomplishment, so that's really cool. I'm really, really, really proud of her for that. Again, happy birthday, Miss Chloe. I know you don't watch these, but it's out there in the universe too now. If I forgot anything, I'll get it in the next video. Or another video anyway. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, coming back again and again, and being one of my yarny friends. Miss Madonna, please get better. Love you.